When it comes to dream holiday destinations in Europe, most Chinese tourists tend to stick with the classics: Paris, Florence, and Rome. So China-EU Tourism Year 2018 has gone to great lengths to highlight some of Europe's hidden treasures, like historic cities in Poland and the Republic of Malta.
You see, people ask me, if I go to Malta, where do I go? What do I see? And I say to them, in Malta, everywhere is like being in the middle of a museum. Everywhere is like being in the middle of a resort, because Malta is a beautiful island country that does wonderful tourism and has one of the greatest tourism facilities of Europe. We are a small population, but we have each year 5 times as many visitors as our entire population. No other country in the world does that.
China is now the 3rd most visited country in the world. Overseas outbound tourism is also booming, with double-digit growth in the past decade. The newly appointed EU ambassador to China, Nicolas Chaput, says cities that understand and cater to Chinese travelers' needs have the best chance of getting their business. The theme of this exhibition is called Hidden Gems. Their lesser-known destinations in Europe are now popping up as places of interest for many Chinese tourists. So can you tell us a bit more about this trend?
Why do we do that? It's allowed first to give a tourist a more personal experience, an individual experience, to meet with the people in places that are not too crowded. Secondly, we want in the future to develop what we call sustainable tourism. That is tourism which is environmentally friendly and also that creates jobs. And we know how much the Chinese like to go to wine producing regions all across Europe, which are placed in rural areas.
Celebrity influence and entertainment has a huge effect on tourism, and China has many reality TV shows and films shot in EU countries, and people go there because they associate that place with an experience. What are the ways in which the EU can make use of these cultural factors?
Very recently, Hunan TV did a show in France, in Colmar, an eastern hidden gem region, for 1 week. And through that, audience in China discovered a region they would otherwise not have known. So it's easy to do. It's up to producers to liaise with European tourist agencies, our embassies, our consulates, in order to organize such theme-centered projects.
And driving through Europe has also become a popular way to travel.
Yeah.
So is there any packages or designs facilitating this kind of travel?
If you drive yourself, you do not want someone looking over your shoulder. On the contrary, you want freedom to drive wherever you want. First, there's today absolutely no obstacle for a Chinese tourist who has a valid driving license to rent a car and travel and drive by itself. Second, we have many guides now, tourist guides, published in Chinese in all these countries, in all our countries. So there are resources, maps, guides, people can go.
To support the China-EU Tourism Year 2018, the EU will provide multi-layer business services and assistance. China and EU will also push investment in each other's tourism sector to promote employment and economic growth. The two sides also vowed to streamline visa applications. Shen Li, CGTN.